Alright, so here we have the NordicTrack PulseTech Percussion Therapy Gun, to read the name in its full. I'm not really sure if this comes from a line. I think the other gun in this range, also called a PulseTech Percussion Therapy Gun, but the previous model, I think that's just a clone of a standard Chinese therapy gun. Not there's necessarily anything wrong with that, but that one didn't have the best reviews. This is clearly a different design. Comes in this gray color, and overall has a more polished experience in my opinion. This is one of the heads. As you can see, these heads have a rubber gasket here, complemented by an O-ring there, and those two things help hold it into this, what I believe to be an aluminum end here. So this just inserts via friction fit. Hold the power button down. It's a multifunction button really, and the end will activate there, and then just press it again for speeds indicated by the LED light. There's 5 speeds. This light will go red when the battery is low, and then it's a tap again after the 5th speed enters it into a 0 speed, but it's still on. It will turn off shortly after entering this mode, probably within a minute or 30 seconds, but tap it again and you'll reset to mode 1 and hold. That'll turn it off. And then you'll notice it'll actuate when you pull it out, but it doesn't seem to face any resistance with that. The different ends are mostly plastic, so this end is like a kind of a broader surface, but also has some kind of semicircular ridges on it. Works good for more broad muscles. This is a more targeted. It's actually got quite a point on it and can be quite intense. And this is a Y fork. They say it's for the posterior chain. It works good for getting around bony prominences, and then it's also quite focal because these are quite small ends. And then this is a foam tip. It's quite a dense foam. It's more intense than I thought it would be. It's not like a soft foam or anything. It's really, excuse me, it's really dense foam. The gun itself is all silver. It looks like it has some screw holes that are hidden by rubber grommets. The only exposed point is this USB-C charging port. It's the only hole in the device, aside from, I should say, there's also some ventilation holes on the top. At least that's what I would guess they are. It feels like there might be a slight bit of air flowing from them. Also, occasionally there seems to be some air moving around this, but that might just be due to the percussion. It's the only branding on the device right there. It's quite heavy for what it is. It's also quite small. I would say, it's very much so a more handheld device than many of the other models, and I think the previous model is quite a bit larger. And then it also all fit right back into the case, as you'd imagine, but this case doesn't offer any extra room. And also included is a USB-C charging cable. This has a USB-C port, as mentioned, but this device does not support USB-PD protocol properly. It will not charge off a USB-C to C cable. If you don't know what that is, I have one over here. So you have to use an A to C, which is the old style brick. For example, it will not charge off of this Anchor power brick here. So this is just a standard power brick I would use with C cable here to another C cable. I'll show you an example of that. So this would be a USB-C to C cable. It needs a USB A to C cable, much like this one. And then it'll charge no problem off a brick like that, but just be aware that you can't use the newer style bricks if you're already currently using those with your devices like I am, so it was somewhat disappointing. I'll plug it in and you can see it won't, so that's plugged in. Here's my phone. No problems charging off that, but this device will just not accept a charge from here. So as you can see, no light here. This would normally light up red if we were charging, and nothing. Other than that, I do believe that the percussion range here. The amplitude is 7 millimeters to 8 millimeters, somewhere in that range. I took a video. It's not listed anywhere, so it's kind of one of the features that wasn't indicated. I know the Theraguns are quite a bit more. They go up to 16 millimeters in the top end. So, you know, you're looking at roughly less than half the amplitude to half the amplitude at 8 millimeters, if that's what it is. Seems to have a rubber stop on either end, so maybe they would list it as 8 millimeters, but real world I measured around 7. Quite a bit of force, though. It doesn't stall very easily. In any case, that's what's included with this. That was just kind of a quick overview. I do like the gun for how small and compact it is. And yeah, that's about it.